I want you to take a look at these cameras. They look more or less the same, right? I mean, if you just took a look like this, thumbnail, definitely thumbnail. Anyway, take a look at these cameras. They look very similar, right? Right. One of them is the X106, and one of them is the X100. See, I even showed you the X100F while saying it's X106. Anyway, one of them is the Fujifilm X100F. The other one is the Fujifilm X106. The Fujifilm X100F was released in 2017. This camera is almost 8 years old, and I think it's still rocking pretty hard. This camera is the camera that got my channel a little bit, put my channel on the map, let's say. I mean, I'm by no means I am a huge YouTuber, but the first video that I made about this camera got like around 70,000 views, something like that. And it was the first video that got me a lot of subscribers from one single video. I got this camera in 2022. I couldn't get the X100V, so I got this. It was mostly because the X100V would cost me too much. And it kind of changed my way of seeing photography, in the sense that I would get my camera I would take this little camera with me everywhere. I would bring it to parties, I would bring it to whatever I would do, like going out with friends, going for a walk, Admittedly, I was living in the countryside at that point, so I would just take a walk every single day somewhere on the hills, and I would just shoot photos, literally, of everything. But I never really forgot about the X100V and how much I really wanted that. So I promised myself that when the X106 came out, I would get it. Hence, X106. I got this for my birthday last year. Birthday gifts that you give to yourself are the best, right? An expensive gift, but nevertheless a great gift. I haven't been using the X100F so much ever since I got the X106. I think I've used it a few times. And I've been waiting to make this video for a while, a little bit because I was lazy, a little bit because I really wanted to see how I feel about the X106, and I feel very good. Whenever I grab the X100F though, I get this nostalgia. I remember when I got it, I remember the way it made me feel in the beginning, and I really enjoyed it. But the Fujifilm X106 lacked a few things that I personally again, wanted, and it was mostly in the video department. The Fujifilm X106 and the Fujifilm X100F are very comparable, like when you look at them. And I know that you hold your horses. I know there's X100V in between, but to be entirely honest, if you compare all of these three cameras, especially when it comes to photography, they kind of do the same thing. Of course, we can argue the fact that there's a new processor and colors can be a little bit different, but at the end of the day, the main reason you get this camera is to photograph people around you and to kind of enjoy street photography and, photography that you kind of take on a daily basis, right? So they all do this. But when it comes to stepping up a notch your production, maybe you're a content creator, maybe you just have a lot of money, you want to spend more, maybe you just want to improve a little bit in the video department, then it makes sense to get an X106 or an X100V, because although when you look at these cameras, they look more or less the same, the package inside is different. Now, once you zoom in, you can totally notice the differences. The X106 is a little bit thicker, and it has a bigger grip, a better grip, but that is because they decided to put inside this camera IBIS, or in-body image stabilization. That allows you to shoot in low light situations and don't have the jitters, let's say, of the camera, or to shoot video. Well, when you shoot video, it's more for static. So I wouldn't just go with the camera in my hand like, oh yeah, I have IBIS, it's the best, and expect the camera to produce like gimbal-like video, but it's very good for you when you're static and you have to shoot a scene. That's why the camera has become a little bit bulkier, but still maintains the same form factor. If before you could put it in the pocket of your jacket, now you can put it also in the pocket of your jacket. Doesn't really change a thing. I usually put it either in the pocket of my jacket or in my cargo pants, or I have a fanny pack. The thing that I am most nostalgic about the X100F are these buttons, the D-pad. I understand why they took it off, because some people also complained that when they were holding the camera like this, they would hit these buttons and the camera would, you know, do things. But I never really encountered this, like a few times maybe, but it never really bothered me. I actually find it to be very, very useful, because I've mapped these buttons for shortcuts for simulations, white balance, auto ISO. Yeah, the other one is drive. I think most of the differences are in the video department, with the, you know, the 6.2K 30 FPS, the 4K, really, really good quality 4K. Image quality in video is much, much, much better. When it comes to photos, I think they're very similar and comparable to the most of the people, especially if you post your photos online or you make blog posts for your followers or stuff like that. It's nobody's gonna notice really. And by the way, the X100F has a lens that's very particular, that if you shoot at f2 you will get really soft images, and the trend nowadays is for people to kind of lower the clarity, add grain, and you're good to go. The X100F does that automatically. You don't even have to, you know, do it. So yeah, generally I think from an image point of view, in photos they're quite similar. Of course, the X106 is 40 megapixels, so you have more room to play with the image and crop in. But with the X100F I also did that many times, and well, most of the times I didn't notice anything. Nobody really noticed anything, and unless you're printing your photos, and I don't think many people are printing their photos nowadays, sadly, myself included. Even though the X100F was released in 2017, it's still a very good camera for today's standards, especially for the niche that it was released for. People that want to document their lives and they just want to have an everyday camera with them at all times that looks good, that takes very good photos, a little bit less good video, but overall it's pretty damn good to carry with you. So which one should you buy? If you have a lot of money, definitely go get the X106 if you can find it. If you make money with photography, with the content that you're making, and the X106 would make you more money, go for it. If you have fuck you money, 100%. And if you like the F but you really feel like you need the video part, then you should definitely 100% get the 6 or the V, because the F lacks a little bit. If you have the X100V, I would say don't bother too much, because it's even more similar than the X100F. And if you're on a very low budget, then I would say get the F. It will do the job just fine.